character of Valak, the demon nun from the Conjuring series, and The Nun has terrified audiences worldwide. While these films are works of fiction, they are inspired by real-life demonic lore and events that have struck fear into the hearts of those who have encountered them. This documentary delves into the true story behind the possession of a group of nuns that left France in terror. The 17th century was a time rife with superstition and fear, where the unseen forces of good and evil were believed to battle for human souls. In the small French town of Loudun, this fear became a reality when a convent of Ursuline nuns claimed to be possessed by demonic forces. Loudun, a quiet town in western France, became the epicenter of a spiritual crisis in 1632 AD. The Ursuline convent, led by Mother Superior Jeanne des Anges, was established to provide religious education and guidance. The town itself was typical of the era, deeply religious and quick to attribute unexplained phenomena to supernatural causes. The social and political climate was charged, with tensions between Catholics and Protestants, adding to the volatility of the situation. The events began subtly. In the fall of 1632, the Ursuline convent reported seeing apparitions and experiencing strange visions. Soon these visions turned more sinister. The nuns claimed to see demonic figures and began to exhibit disturbing behavior, including speaking in tongues, convulsing, and contorting their bodies in unnatural ways. Mother Superior Jeanne des Anges was the first to report being tormented by a demon. She claimed that the demon Asmodeus would appear to her at night, whispering blasphemies and obscenities. Her claims were quickly echoed by other nuns, leading to a full-scale panic within the convent. The intensity of these manifestations escalated, with the nuns screaming, writhing, and performing obscene acts, all attributed to demonic influence. Father Urbain Grandier was a charismatic and controversial figure in Loudun. Known for his eloquent sermons and rumored illicit affairs, Grandier had made numerous enemies, both within the church and among the local townspeople. When the nuns accused him of causing their possession through witchcraft, it was seen by many as an opportunity to rid themselves of a problematic priest. Grandier vehemently denied the accusations, but the political and social climate of the time worked against him. The Catholic Church and local authorities were eager to demonstrate their power and piety by addressing the possession claims through a public trial. The fact that Grandier had publicly opposed Cardinal Richelieu, a powerful political figure, did not help his case. His trial became a spectacle, with testimonies from the possessed nuns detailing horrific encounters and implicating Grandier as the orchestrator of their torment. A series of exorcisms were performed, drawing large crowds eager to witness the battle between good and evil. The exorcisms, led by renowned demonologists and clergy, were violent and dramatic. The nuns screamed and spoke in languages they had no knowledge of. These spectacles only served to intensify the belief that they were genuinely possessed. Father Jean-Joseph Surin, one of the exorcists, documented his own struggle with the demonic forces at Loudun. He described intense spiritual battles, where the demons would mock and threaten him. Surin himself began to show signs of possession, further blurring the lines between victim and exorcist. His accounts provide a deeply personal and terrifying glimpse into the experiences of those involved. The trial of Urbain Grandier was equally sensational. Despite a lack of concrete evidence, Grandier was subjected to brutal torture to extract a confession. He maintained his innocence throughout, even under excruciating pain. Witnesses, including the possessed nuns, testified against him, describing horrifying encounters and accusing him of making pacts with the devil. Grandier was eventually found guilty of witchcraft and sentenced to death. He was burned at the stake, maintaining his innocence to the end. His execution was a grim spectacle, intended to serve as a warning to others and to cleanse the town of the demonic influence. Despite Grandier's death, the possessions continued, with the nuns still exhibiting signs of demonic torment. This raised questions about the true nature of the events and whether justice had been served. The execution site became a place of morbid fascination and fear. Grandier's final moments were marked by his prayers and declarations of innocence, creating an eerie atmosphere that many believed to be a testament to his unjust persecution. The continued possessions after his death led to further exorcisms and investigations, but no definitive resolution. The Loudun possessions left a lasting impact on the town and on the broader understanding of demonic possession. The events were documented extensively, providing a detailed record of the hysteria and fear that gripped the community. The case has since been studied by historians, psychologists, and theologians, each offering different interpretations of the events. Some view the possessions as a case of mass hysteria, fueled by the repressive religious and social environment of the time. The psychological strain on the nuns, combined with the influence of charismatic religious leaders, could have created a perfect storm for such phenomena. Others see it as a genuine instance of demonic activity, pointing to the consistency of the nuns' symptoms and the historical accounts of similar events. The story of the Loudun possessions has inspired numerous works of literature, film, and academic study. Aldous Huxley's The Devils of Loudun provides a detailed and dramatic retelling of the events, while Ken Russell's film adaptation, The Devils, brings the story to life with intense and often controversial imagery. Modern psychological interpretations often frame the events as a classic example of mass hysteria, where the intense emotional and psychological pressures of the time manifested in the dramatic symptoms exhibited by the nuns. The Loudun possessions remain one of the most chilling and mysterious cases of demonic possession in history. The story of the tormented nuns, the charismatic yet doomed Father Grandier, and the fervent exorcisms captures the fear and fascination with the supernatural that has persisted through the ages. As we explore these terrifying events, we are reminded of the thin line between belief and hysteria and the enduring power of the unknown.